into everything. Okay, everybody, thank you for being here for the State Pipe and Supply Inc. enrollment and training. We will, this is a May 1st effective date, which is why we have to get everything done when we're at the group. So State Pipe is a company that, well, from what what you can hear, they make the materials and the piping materials, and that I think like those big pipes that they go in the ground and stuff. So that's a manufacturing type business. And this is going to be a core enrollment on ease. So it's mandatory for the employees to sit down one-on-one with us. And this is a new broker who's taken over. I think it's in the same company. I think Lee is with Venbrook, and I think the broker that used to be the one with this group was part of Venbrook as well, but he's no longer there or something. So Lee is now taking over. So he's instituting a few changes. Remember, with ease, you're going to go in as the enhanced enrollers. So you need to log into that coloniallifeenrollers.ease.com and start typing ST, and you will pull up the State Pipe and click on State Pipe. And then when the employees sit down with you, you just start typing a couple letters of their name and then select the employee that you're sitting with so that you can help them enroll. So it looks like we have one more person coming. Dudley, are you here?
That's me. Thank you.
Oh good. Because you're the second person that will be enrolling since you enroll on the 24th. And Dudley, I did send you the link. I do need you to register as a Colonial Life enroller on eCentral so that I can select your name. You just would I sent you not really a link. You have to copy the address and then go to it. I think it's coloniallifeenrollers.ease.com/enrollers or something like that. I can resend it that email to you, but if you could go there and register, you need to use your Colonial email, and then you can set up a password. And once you let me know that you did that, I can add you to the State Pipe Ease account so that you'll because then you just go, like I have here in the enrollment guide, you go to coloniallifeenrollers.ease.com and remember that login and password you set up, because every time you're added to an Ease account, you'll use that same login and password to pull up the account that you're going to work on. It'll show all the accounts that you're assigned to. So you won't, nobody will be enrolling on Harmony. When you get to the Colonial plans, it just it integrates with Harmony. The screens will open up in Harmony, and you will be able to just enroll like normal in Harmony when you get to the Colonial plans. And you still go in to submit business like you always do to select the plan, select the policies that you enrolled and submit business on Harmony. You just won't do any enrollment on Harmony. All the enrollment will be on Ease.
Okie dokie.
All right, they have, and I'm still waiting to get a little bit of confirmation from the broker on some of this. They have, most of the employees are in California. They have like 19 employees in Texas, 9 employees in Washington, 1 employee in Utah. They used to have 1 employee in Arizona and 1 employee in Canada. I'm not sure if they still do or don't, but they used to. But I think they're salespeople when they're just one person. Their pay frequency is 24, and their deduction frequency, they deduct 24 times a year. Everything is going to be effective May 1st. which is, and enrollment starts tomorrow at the Irvine location, which is why we're doing the training call today, and I'm recording it for the couple of people that couldn't be on the line. Told Edwin and Myra already at Dudley, but the broker who was going to be on the line to explain about Colonial just emailed me that he needs to change the time because he's going to the emergency room, and I said, well, we sort of got to do it right now, so I'll try to get with him later today or maybe first thing tomorrow and record what he wanted to say about plans and the company and just send it out to everybody. The basic information about the group, the VCN, the CAN, the risk. The CED is going to be May 1st, so you need to try to see everybody the day we're there because there's not a whole lot of time left in April. Per usual, always bring product brochures, outlines of coverage, whatever you need when you're selling Colonial, so you can give out to the employees that you sit down with their brochures for Colonial. The broker had said that, which I'm still trying to get a hold of, that they were creating a benefit enrollment guide for the employees, and hopefully they've been sent to the employees, but if not, you'll have to use what I've provided for you and go from there. Everything is Cal Choice this year. Texas, out of the state of California, you can only do the PPO plans, and as long as you select the location, the correct plans will pull up, but all the employees should be in the database. There might be a couple of employees that the location isn't selected on, and you should be able to, when you pull up the employee and their profile information, you should be able to select the employee's location so that the correct plans will pull up for an employee. Remember to have ink and printer, everything, so that you still can print the enrollment form, because you still print an enrollment form. It's not the Harmony enrollment election form, but there's EASE also has an election form you print and give it to the employee when you complete the enrollment. Here is the broker's contact information. The broker's name is Lee Exton from Benbrook, and here's his cell and his office number and his email. If you come across a question that you can't answer on any of the plans offered, just let the employee know that you will find out that information and get back to them. And then you can email me and I can ask, or you can email the broker as well and ask the questions. Working conditions, we do have mandatory working conditions, and you have to get a signature, all the employees. A pre-enrollment flyer was given to the broker to include in that benefit guide that he was talking about. That's supposed to be given to all employees. So hopefully they received the information, but other than that, I think I sent out to everybody copies of the pre-enrollment flyer. I would always recommend that you make some copies of that flyer so that if the employee says they never received anything, you can hand them it, and so that he can look it over while you're going through the core. EASE is an online benefit administration system, and you won't have the option to download offline, so you have to have connectivity. So I would have some kind of air card or hotspot. I would assume most of these businesses have Wi-Fi at their location, but just in case, it always is good to have an option so that you can connect online. Look over, I think I sent last night out where I gave up waiting on the broker to send me the plan summaries, and sent out what I could on each of the plans. So use what you have, and use what we have, and I go so that you can explain the plans. I think I sent the side-by-side that I was able to create. Tomorrow is the start of the enrollment at 8 a.m. is the start time. If the broker tells me it's a different start time, I will let you guys know. The addresses and everything are here in the guide, along with. I'm also trying to get the contact person at each location, but I put in who I have, who I was given, and if they say, if you ask for that person when you're there, like let's see, it used to be the Irvine location has some of the Asian employees, and it used to be Chong Ishino, and if not, just ask for the manager so that they can show you where you need to set up. Addresses are here. It's some of the locations, instead of called State Pipe, it's called SEAH Steel America. So either look for State Pipe or SEAH Steel America with the other name. I do have the correct address. They moved in Houston, so this is the correct address in Houston on State Highway 249. Also, 8 a.m. start time on your day, 19 employees to get through there. And the Irvine location was reduced down to 17 employees. There's still about 79, 80 employees to see on the 26th in Rialto. Rialto has two addresses. It has Cedar Avenue in Rialto and Locust Avenue in Rialto, and we're going to, two people will go to each address because the employees are split up about the same number of employees at each location, at least according to the broker. If we get there and you complete employees at your location, check in with one of the other benefit counselors at one of the other locations, and if they end up everybody's over there, we'll just move over there and keep going. We have 6 employees up north. I'll have to try to get the list of employees. If somebody might be able to call them, that would be great. And we also have 9 employees in Washington and 1 in Utah that we have to get taken care of. Oh, and 1 down in San Diego. So right now, I've been told that all the benefits are for full-time employees that work 30 hours or more. I'm trying to get confirmation on the waiting period. I think it's 30 days, but it could possibly be 60 days. So I'm waiting for the broker to let me know exactly what that is. And we make sure we see all the employees at the location. Dependent socials are required for all dependents, so don't use dummy socials. We need to try to have the correct social. I put in, they sent me some dependent census, so I put in dependent census that I had, and so it should be an ease, and most of the socials were there, but some of the socials were missing. So if you're looking at the dependent and the social's not there, please collect that information. Now, the broker did tell me one thing: you're going to have to, they want all dependents to be verified. So tell all the employees that, and I'm trying to find out from Ease how I can pin the dependent enrollments, that all dependent enrollments are pinned. It's like it won't be an automatic issue of the plans to dependents until the HR verifies and receives proof of the dependent. I don't know the reason why. They must have had some kind of issues there, but I think it's especially for older children. When you they can, that they can stay on the parents' plans up until age 25 if they're a student. So they're gonna be verifying all dependents. So let the employees know that they may have to provide proof that children are in school. They may need to provide proof, and birth certificates, that this is a child that they, especially I think, since lots of times children have different last names than their parents. So just let them know that they do have to show HR that the children that they're putting on their plans are children that they do have, that they're the ones that are the guardians of that child. All right, here is the list of plans that they are going from CalChoice. for medical that they have the choice of. In California, they have HMO plans as well as the PPO plans. And out of state, they only have access to the four PPO plans, but they do have different contributions. So the PPO plans are generally the more expensive plans, and in California, they're going to be buy-up plans for the employees, since these are the only plans available once you're out of the state of California. Some of the plans are available at lower cost to the employee. The employer will pick up more of it so that they can have a portable plan. In California, the Target plan is the one plan that they want, that they're thinking a lot of employees will go for, is the United Healthcare HMOD Gold plan. Employees are currently on UHC plans now, but they're going to CalChoice, and so they have a few more plan choices. There's a little bit of plan differences from what they're currently on, and the broker said that employees that are currently on a UHC HMO plan, they should be encouraged to get the UHC HMO Gold D plan, the Target plan. But they do have the choice. There's a lot of Kaiser plans that are available, Kaiser Silver plan, Kaiser HMOA Gold plan, HMOB Gold plan, HMOB Platinum plan, and HMOA Platinum plan. So there's a lot of Kaiser plan choices. There's a Health Net Salud Mas HMOD Platinum plan, that the Target plan of United Healthcare. There's one more United Healthcare plan, HMOB Platinum. There's one Anthem HMO plan, and then the 4 PPO plans. In the PPOB Golds, they're all gold. PPOC Gold, the PPO A Gold, and the PPOD Gold. So I had B twice, but so there's the A, B, C, D Gold plans, and in outside of California, out-of-state plans, the PPOD Gold plan is the Target plan. That's the least expensive of the PPO plans. I did send last night via secure email. Let me pull it up for you. Where you can see what they currently are enrolled in. Of course, there it is, current elections. So, if they want to have a similar plan, so you see the tabs down at the bottom. The medical vision elections are here. You would just look for the employee, like, let's see, here's Darren Archer. If you scroll across, you can see he was employee and children, and he was on the Kaiser plan, the HMOA plan. And he was on just have to keep, and it doesn't show the vision on here, so it would have shown, there'd be another line for him if he had vision. And so, like, here's one right here. You can see that Ernesto Alvarado, he had medical and vision, so it would show another line for him if he had been enrolled in the vision plan as well. So you can see a lot of them currently are on the Kaiser plans as well. I don't know if they were with CalChoice before or just going direct with the Kaiser and the United Healthcare plans, but they for medical, but they do go through CalChoice now. Vision was not through CalChoice. Now they're going to have the 2 CalChoice options. Dental was not through CalChoice. Now their dental is just going to be the CalChoice option. But in the dental one, it'll just show if they waived dental, if they were on the PPO dental, or if they were on the HMO dental. And so you can see if they had medical or dental before. I would just keep this up on your desktop, this spreadsheet that I sent you, and then you can open it and see what they currently are on to help them choose what they want to have coming up. I sent last night, here it is, the side-by-side for that has the information about the plans. So you have the name of the plan up at the top. The one that I have the least amount of information on is the Anthem Blue Cross Gold PPOB plan, but it tried to show deductibles that they had, and some of them have, as you can see, they have different tiers of the deductibles, but which I'm not exactly, because some of it had to do with out of network and stuff, but they're trying to, because the gold ones are more out of network than the HMO ones. You have the what they have to pay for the doctor's office visits. You have what they have to pay if they're in network for the hospital, whether it's a flat fee, whether they have to pay a percent, like HMOB, they pay 25%. And you can, the PPOA, well, that's going to be the most expensive plan because it probably has the best coverage. So here's what they pay for inpatient. Then you can see what they pay for outpatient if I have the information. What they have to pay for the emergency room and urgent care. Next one is what they have to pay for medical, prescriptions and labs and x-rays. Most of these have out of network, but as you know, out of network costs are going to be higher that the employee has to pay, so recommend them to search for a doctor in network. And then the out-of-pocket maximum for each plan. Most of them are, $5,000, $6,000 for a person, for an individual, per usual. You can spread this out to get the, to get it to be, the boxes not to be quite so big, so maybe you could see it better, but you all have this comparison for each of the plans. I would assume, when you're looking at it, if they have their current card, like if they were on UHC, they recommend, that everybody, the HMOD is the one to go to. They had HMOA before, but HMOD is the comparable plan now for HMOA because I guess they changed a little bit. But so it just goes all the way across. You can see all the different plans. Kaiser plans, of course, are always, at a Kaiser doctor. It's going to pull up for any of the HMO plans to select a provider, except for Kaiser, since Kaiser's just at the Kaiser facility. So be sure that you do that. Select the Kaiser. Does anybody have any? Do we want to go? Anybody want to go more in depth on any of these plans to look at what the annual deductible is, what the primary care, and this pulls up in ease as well. I'll show you in ease. You can just pull up the plan comparison in ease. You can have it open on your desktop, or when you're at the medical plan, you can. It's a little bit easier to read in ease than it is on this Excel, but it's there for you so that you can see the plans. When you get down to dental is the Cal Choice plans. They have 2 HMO Smile Saver plans, and then they have 4 PPO Emeritus plans that they can, Emeritus or however you that dental carrier is. So Smile Saver plans, as you know, have the outline of coverage that you go over, and then the PPO plans have the the percent that they pay. And so you have the plan 3000, and these are going to be all new plans for the employees because they were previously on other plans. Now they're just doing the Cal Choice Dental. But I would assume anybody that was on an HMO plan will stay on an HMO plan. Anybody that was on a PPO plan will stay on the PPO plan. And of course, outside of California, all you have are the PPO plans. So now they need to enroll in these plans. And I sent last night, I think, I kept waiting for the broker to send me my brochures, but I didn't get them. So you have here what the deductibles are for the PPO plans, and of course the HMO plans don't have deductibles. Preventative is 100%. I'm waiting to get the schedule of benefits for the HMO plans, and right now preventative is still covered 100%. Basic plans, most of them, this one pays 80%. The others have a sliding scale: the 4,000 plan, the 3,500 plan, the 5,000 plan. It starts out at 80%, and if they just submit one covered dental claim each year, then it goes up to 90% the next year. If they use their dental plan a lot, they just stay at 80%. But if they only submit one covered dental claim, then the next year they go to 90%. And that year, if they submit just one covered dental claim, then it goes to 100% of the basic plans are covered. So I guess they're trying to really encourage being frugal with the use of the dentist. All major like some crowns and things like that are 50% covered on the PPO plans, and obviously depending on the procedure are differing costs with the schedule of benefit on the HMO plans. Orthodontist is not covered on the PPO plans. It's only covered on the HMO plans. $1,600 for children and $1,950 for adults. The annual benefit maximum on the HMO plans per individual is $1,000 on the HMO. The PPO 3,000, the PPO 3,500, and the 4,000. You get a little bit more, 1,200, and the 5,000, which is the most expensive PPO plan, they get 1,600 a year. It's unlimited annual benefit maximum on the HMO plans per usual. Out of network, there is out of network available for the PPO plans, but obviously if you go to the out of network, the percent that you pay is more. So they have to pay more of the plan, and I think the annual benefit maximum is less as well. So this is what I sent that has these plans on it for you, and then you get to where'd it go? There's my guide. There's 2 vision plans available, and remember they may have had VSP vision, they may have had iMed vision before, but they were not the CalChoice ones. So now we have the CalChoice Amaritas iMed and the CalChoice Amaritas VSP vision. And I sent the vision summaries as well over to you. Vision plans, here it is, the other day. Both of them have eye exams every 12 months. They can get lenses every 12 months. They can get frames every 12 months. Both of them are very similar. The VSP, there's a $10 copay for almost everything. Just progressive lenses are more, and they get 180 frame reimbursement. The iMed has a higher copay for contact lenses and a higher copay for progressive, and their frame reimbursement value is a little bit less. So VSP is a little bit better if they can, and of course then you got to go to a VSP doctor, optometrist. And then they do have the only other thing that they have is an employer paid basic life, an AD&D of $20,000. Right now it is not in ease because it's they automatically get it, and so they're not sure yet if they want it enrolled in ease. But if they do, I'll put it in there. And then there's no other core. And then we get to the Colonial plans. They had accidents. Now, this group was started in 2016. We enrolled in 2016. And then 2017 and 2018, they didn't really have us come out. So I would assume many of these employees are not even going to be familiar with Colonial because I'm not sure. They had a benefit counselor come out and sit at a table in 2017 and 2018, and so maybe one or two people sat down. So it was not a mandatory enrollment in 2017 and 2018. And Mike is adding a couple of plans that they didn't have before. So there's some new plans, but Mike did say that for this group, if the day that you're enrolling, you weren't able to connect or nobody bought, he would guarantee the per diem amount of $250 for the day. So if you, but I'm assuming since we haven't really had enrollment with these employees since 2016 and that he added some new plans, I would hope that you would do well. Currently, they're offering, and I think I sent, when I first sent out the guide, the field bill and the discovery record for you. So on the field bill, you can see who has it. And of course, the plans are in ease as well. We're offering, and I highlighted and of course I have the brochure numbers for California. Like I put, if not enroll in California, you got to check and see what brochure numbers are for your state. But we're offering the preferred and premier accident plans, on and off job plans with health screening available, and the disability rider for the spouse. We're offering the individual disability plan, and of course here's the brochure in California, but not in California. You have to look it up. The database is set at 60% because we have out-of-state employees. But keep in mind, in California, we have state disability. Is there state disability in Texas? You must be that. Because I'm not sure about state disability in Texas, but be sure the percent that you sell of disability insurance doesn't get them more than 100%, because employers don't like that. And in California, they've changed the guidelines. Yeah.
Ms. Dudley, I was muted, and the answer is no.
Okay, so then you can go up to
in
60%.
Texas. In Texas.
Yeah, in Texas. But in California, you got to keep that 30. Okay, got it. So in California, you got to keep, though, at 35% if they make more than 21,000, because they would be able to get 60% state disability. So you don't get them more than 35%. If they make under 21,000, they qualify for 70% state disability. So you want to keep it 25% for anybody who has a lower salary. But everything is, all the different riders are elected there. Well, California, we have to have the psychiatric and psychological condition, so that's elected for everybody. The first day hospitals there. We got the different elimination periods. Peggy selected for new hires up to 4. I have to double check with Wayne if he's going to let us have the Peggy. If not, I will let everybody know on that, because I can't remember if we met Peggy. So I'll check on that and get back to you on that one. All right, so this plan, medical bridge, the individual medical bridge, this is one of the new plans. So I'll put in here. Is one of the new plans that they haven't had before. So we're offering Plan 1 and Plan 2. The Plan 1 is the plan without hospital, is the plan without the outpatient surgery, and Plan 2 they can get the outpatient surgery. Oops, sorry, it's Plan 3 here, but it's Plan 2. So they can have $500 or $1,000 hospital confinement benefit, and then it's option 1 for the surgeries, and then there's $100 health screening on both of them. So this is one of the new plans. So let me highlight that right here so we know that that's new. Cancer Assist is also one of the new plans. They didn't have cancer before. So let me put that in here, new plan. and we're offering plans 2, 3, and 4 on the Cancer Assist for the employees, and the $100 health screening benefit is there, and then all the different riders are also available. Standardized. They had critical illness before, so they're continuing with the critical illness that has subsequent diagnosis and health screening. I'm pretty sure we don't have Peggy on this one, so I'm going to take Peggy out because I don't think we had enough people. We did have people on disability. They're still offering the basic, the Term Life 1000 and the Whole Life 1000. We're not offering the Universal Life since that is sunsetting. And then the other new plan that they're offering is, Mike wanted to make available, was not the PPO dental, but the fee schedule dental is available. And Mike, McCary likes to do it. He says complements the PPO plan. They can get some additional coverage if they have the fee schedule dental. So look up those brochures. They're offering the plans 2, 3, and 4 that include vision and ortho. Like if they want a PPO dental, you could get the fee schedule dental to go with it and at least have some ortho available. I know it's not as robust an ortho plan as the PPO dental plan that we have with Colonial, but at least there's some ortho available for anybody who gets the CalChoice dental. They'll have some available. So those are the Colonial plans that are offered. If I can take this out because we don't have quick profile on ease. Remember to call me if you're having any kind of issues. On the enrollment form, McCary still likes you to highlight that the pay period so that they know the amount is not a monthly amount, rather a per pay period amount that shows on any of their enrollment summaries. I think I forgot to send the survey, so I'll have to send out the survey. Mike likes to give what he calls a Colonial enrollment survey. He always tells his, the HR, the decision makers, that they'll be given this survey that they can turn in, where they just rate or they put any comments they had about their enrollment experience. Of course, we seldom get any of them back, but he makes the HRs feel good that the employees have an option if they want to. I don't think, Edwin, and Myra, you've enrolled in EASE before. Do they have to change their password in EASE or anything like that? I don't think so. But if they do, just allow them to do it. I'm logging into EASE real quick to show you. Of course, keep in mind that I have the admin side here. So your state pipe and supply. I'm going to go to the employees and pull up my test employee. Just wanted to show you when you first get the employee, like on here, you can see that the marital status isn't selected. If when you pull up an employee, take a look at their profile and any options that you have, be sure to fill, like here you can see, marital status is the enrollment forms for the carriers. Like this system is going to automatically populate the CalChoice enrollment forms, which is nice. You don't have to sit there and make sure employees calculate the, fill out and sign enrollment forms. The system will do it for you, and you just have to be sure you collect the signature of the employee at the end so that it will. And EASE has the employees use a mouse to make a signature, so have them make their signature. But if marital status is missing, be sure to fill it in. Anything that you see is missing, be sure to fill in the missing information so that if their email's missing, their phone number's missing, just like you do in Harmony, put in the missing information. And anything, always double check their social. Sometimes data received could be one digit off because of manual input error or something like that. You know, whoever was translating the data and the system may have done it. Then double check on their employment tab. This is the tab where you have to have the correct location so that the correct plans will show up, you know, and you know, you can just put, and it'll pull up here where you know, just put the day's date that you do, you know, that you change it on. And well, I guess it's not the 15th, it's the 22nd, and just put, you know, missing if it was, if, you know, for the reason when you add it there, or correction if the employee says, well, that's not right. You know, whatever you need to do, just be sure that, okay, and hit the save button. Forgot to do that. All right, and most of this other stuff, you know, if you do a drop down and there's, you know, there's nothing there, like this one for some reason has all the emails under the division, I'll have to go, might have to be in manager name, you know, it has all the employees there. Some of this we won't know the information. It doesn't make a bit of difference, but you do need a job title. So be sure to go select, you know, the job title, because Harmony likes to have a job title. So, you know, just if they just say they work in the yard, just put yard, you know, kind of thing. We're not, you don't have to do the hours and stuff, but well, nobody's executive management, so so just be sure to select the, you know, the correct job title. The correct location is important. Employment type, you know, most of these are full-time people, so just put full-time. Managers, not important, but whatever's there. You need to double check the compensation, because we can't get through to Harmony if there's no compensation there. So if it hits this top button, this top row is what's important versus down at the wages down here. So always check, do the edit here, and as soon as you see, oh, I see salary, so we're good. So you can close, you know, as long as you see the information. So double check that. Then you can go you can start on the benefits. And then, like I was showing you on the medical plan, it'll have all the, like if the dependents are there, you'll see all their names there. If you look at the list of names here and they say, oh, it's missing my child, you know, John Smith, be sure to go and then click on the add the, you know, where you can add the dependents, and add the dependents if they're missing. You'll see the tab up there where you can do that. Now, you have to always select their name if they're enrolling. If for some reason the spouse is not enrolling, you would hit waive, but you do have to put the reason. So you look through, and whatever's the closest reason to the reason that they're waiving, maybe they choosing to be without insurance, maybe it's the cost, whatever it is. Yeah, you know, if they're on a different plan, maybe they're on the spouse is a veteran. So then you would just, you know, write the carrier name and the group name here, you know, because all this information is required for the medical carriers to, but usually they're going to, you know, enroll their whole family if they have it. But if it requests the reasons, you have to select the reason. Well, the system will not let you go on without it. So maybe the kids are on Medicaid or something like that, and then it'll ask for the carrier name and the group number. Be sure to put that information in. You'll have to ask it for it. So, and then you can go down and you can see the full cost of all these plans and what they have to pay. And this is per pay period amounts on here. So you'll see, well, Dudley, it'll be a lot easier for you because you'll always only see 4 plan choices. California has the 13 plan choices. But here's what I was telling about, where you can see the compare plans again. And maybe it might be a little bit easier to read in here, but they're all here, you know, for you to see the comparison about the plans. And the amounts are showing the per pay period amount. And once you finish, you know, you save what they elected. And most of the time I know in California, they're going to look which plans are the most cost effective, and that, oh, I'm going to go with this Kaiser plan. It's the cheapest. You know, it's the, you know, a lot of the how many employees decide. Then you go to the dental plan. Same thing, you know, and if they waive it, the waive reason will come up. So same thing. If you waive it, the waive reason comes up. But, you know, select who they want to enroll. You can see the plan comparisons here if they need it, just like that was there. So you can look at the available plans, and you can see some of them are, and most of the time they might go for the least expensive plan. They might not if they want a PPO plan. And here, when you can see, it has, when you pull it up here, it has a little bit more. You can see where it has some of it here. It tells you what root canals are going to cost, you know, what the orthodontics is going to cost. So you can see a little bit. Same here, when it changes a little bit. If you get the 1,000 plan, you can see a little bit of it's going to cost that much for crowns, or I mean cavities, fillings there. Here's the root canals, orthodontist. And so you can see a little bit of the plans in Ease. Ease does show some of what they're doing. And then you would go on. Well, I put the Colonial Dental there as well. I'm not sure, since I'm not in as enroller, it might not enroll. But we'll give it a shot. Yeah, it's not going to let me enroll because I'm not an enroller, but it should pull up your information, and you select your information and keep going. But because it's not set up for self-enroll, so it's not going to let me enroll. I'll have to log in as my enhanced enroller to do the enroller. Then you have the vision plan. Same thing. If they waive, you got to put the reason. You just select the option that closest matches it, and then they choose which plan they want. There's just 2 choices for vision, so it makes it easy. And then you have the rest of the Colonial plans. When you finally finish, then when you click finish, it will pull up the box where they will have to use their mouse, and you just use their mouse, and they make their signature. It is really hard to do, so it's probably not going to look like their signature usually looks, because it is hard for them to maneuver it. But give them the mouse and let them make their signature, please, because that signature will also print on the CalChoice plans for the employee, and the broker wants the CalChoice plans. Remember to tell them again, when you're enrolling and they have the dependents, that they do have to show proof, if asked, to HR of the dependent, especially when they get up to the age 25. But the system will most likely not allow you to enroll anybody that's 25, just because I set the benefits, once they hit age 25, they can only enroll through age 25. If they're over 25, it won't allow you to select their names because they're over age. Does anybody have any questions on anything? Because that's basically all that we're enrolling: medical, dental, vision, and the Colonial plans. The button is you're supposed to be able to print it, when you finish the enrollment summary. When you finish, if it doesn't automatically pull up, you should be able to click on summary and be able to pull up, what they enrolled in. It would show it all here, the cost and everything, and you can always hit Control-P to print that page for the employee. Because I know Ease, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago, came out with they had an update, and there have been a couple of issues with the updates that they have claimed are corrected. And one of them was being able to print that enrollment summary, but they claim it's corrected, so I'm going to trust that they did correct it. So please be sure. And I forgot, when you're on the profiles where you can add the dependents. So anybody that they need to add, be sure to add any dependents when you're checking out their profile. When you're on the profile tab looking at their like this one, I forgot, I should change to married, since that employee had a spouse and children. When you're on there, when you're double checking their address and all their information, be sure to click on dependents as well, and check to be sure all their dependents are listed that they're going to be enrolling. It's easier to do it before you hit the benefit tab than anything else, but hopefully all the dependents are in there. I think there was 1 or 2 employees that didn't have a location. So always check, go to the employment tab and double check the location, because that's the key for the correct plans to pull up, because it's based on location. If they're located in Washington or Texas, then they're only going to see those PPO plans. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise,
Hi, Andrea.
yes.
Yeah, how about selecting doctors? Is that going to be in there, or?
Remember, for the HMO plans, I said it was there. Not for
Okay, it is
Kaiser,
there.
not for the PPO plans, but if they select a UHC HMO plan, if they select a HealthNet HMO plan, and remember, a lot of these employees are currently on UHC, so hopefully they will, they can pull out their current card, and on that card you should be able to see the doctors. But yeah, you'll have to select the positions for HMO plans that are not Kaiser. Kaiser, I don't usually do it, since Kaiser is always going to be at the Kaiser facility. So I think there was just UHC HMO. Oh, there was an Anthem Blue Cross HMO plan, UHC HMO plan, and a HealthNet HMO plan. So those ones you'll have to select the physicians. But if they already currently are on a similar plan, it should you should be able to get it off their current card. Otherwise, the link is there. The link is there for every. Let me go back to my test employee. All right, let's pull up. If you select, all right. Oops. Oh, it's not gonna give me the enroll button until you select who has to be enrolled. There we go. Now I can select the plan. All right, so let's say we select the Cal. See, as soon as you select the plan, you have to it'll bring up with that you have to do the PCP provider, and I'm not sure where and you can select current provider if they're going to keep their current provider if they're on a similar type plan, and you can. I have to find. I have the link put in there, so I'm not. I have to find where that link where the link should show, because I have it selected. I'm just not sure where it shows, so I'll find that out. And if I have it in the wrong spot, I'll be sure it's there. The link to the CalChoice providers, because I put it in there. I'm just not sure exactly. Yeah. But yeah, the boxes will pull up for any HMO plans to put that information in. Yeah. Okay. If anybody has any other questions, and I will get the broker to get me any information, additional information. Otherwise, I thank you for attending. It's a pretty straightforward enrollment: medical, dental, vision, colonial. Nothing tricky about it. All right. Okay, thank you everybody for attending. I'll send out the recording link to anybody who needs it. If you find anything that I discussed that you didn't receive, let me know so I can get it out to you. And I'll send you any additional information that the broker tells me after he gets back from the ER, and we'll go from there. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.